Hey, wash your hands. Honestly, celebrities, they think it doesn't stink.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. Hope you're very well. Only 5 days to go until one housemate becomes the winner of Celebrity Big Brother 2005. Coming up on the show today, Jonathan Wilkes and Marlene Klaas going to be giving us their take on the remaining housemates. After 24 hours of freedom, the legend that is JMC, John McCurry, joining us in the studio. There he is. And we're giving you a chance to ask him another question today in BBLB. Quite simply, Ask John Again. That's the title. The number is on the screen now. Our wonderful Big Brother's Little Brother audience are here. There they are. They've been binge drinking now for approximately 45 minutes and they're angry. Plus today's house action in Little Brother's Big News. But before we catch up with Big John, let's take a look at what happened after he left Big Brother last night.
Welcome to the legend that is John McCurry. So, pleased to be out.
Oh, delighted. Strategy work. Fantastic.
But after your very hectic week, we decided you needed full fat.
Well,
so that's
oh no, I never drink that. Tells you not been watching the programme. Yeah, take it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Next one.
Obviously, Caprice has got a body to die for. I think she will be a terrible lay because she's so in love with herself that you'll be privileged even to get an erection near her. Fat right-wing public school, and I'm one of you, a journalist. You're all despised, and the British people know, and they voted me out because of it. Good for them.
OK, follow me, sir.
Come on, booby.
I'm free at last! I thank Big Brother. I'm free at last. Imagine what a night the booby's going to have.
OK, now, like it or not, during his time in the house, John became known for his unique brand of no-nonsense advice. But just in case he gets out of order tonight, I've got this, John.
How dare you!
Now, John has agreed to help us out with viewers who are at difficult crossroads in their lives and simply don't know which way to turn. It's time for Dear John. John, welcome.
Great to see you.
Everyone, John.
No.
Boo him! Boo him! Boo him! Speak for the public! Boo him!
John, we've got some advice here. We've got some callers on the line ready to get
Very
you advice.
weedy cigars. Look at these, about the size of your personal equipment, Dermot.
That's what they're modelled on. But as you see, John, we need to put them together. Hey. OK, the first caller is Sarah from London. She's single and hasn't had a lot of luck with men recently. She's on the line now. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Dermot. Hi, John.
Hello, Sarah.
How are you, Sarah? You all right?
I'm great. Loving the show.
Thank you very much. Tell us your predicament then, Sarah.
Right, John. I'm 23. I'm attractive, but I'm single, and it's been a while now since I've had much success with the guys. So I just wanted to know if you had any advice on how to make myself more attractive to the opposite sex.
Interesting.
Sarah, how big are they?
How what? I couldn't possibly imagine what you're talking about, John.
Oh, well, I see. Well, if you can't, you've got a lot to learn, dear. So all I can say is get them bigger, not
Right.
artificially.
What if they're already huge?
Oh, well, if they are, Sarah, dear, I'm available, so what more could you want? Your problems are solved.
Well, there's an offer I don't know if I could turn down, John.
Well, you certainly couldn't, woman, could you? How could you?
No.
3 words. Respect the booby.
Yeah.
OK, thanks a lot, Sarah.
Thanks, Dermot.
No problem. All right, next up, Alan from Kent. Now, Alan's got noisy neighbours. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Dermot. Hello, John.
Hello.
Major problem, John. I really do have the neighbour from hell. Effing and blinding all hours of the day and night. More noise than the opening roar at Cheltenham. What would your tip be to deal with this, please?
It is absolutely appalling. The serious problem that we've got as well. We live in a little mews in London. We've got a neighbour who plays the opera all the time. It is absolutely terrible. Try and shame them, first of all. Try and be reasonable with them. But in the end, go to the council, get a prosecution. That's all you can do. It is a horrible problem to have.
Thank you very much, John. I'm going to take your advice there.
Right,
Thank you. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello, thank you very much,
My
Dermot.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Alan.
Bye-bye.
John, we're getting through these. I'm very impressed. All right, next up is Ruth from Essex. Now, Ruth's got a problem with the boyfriend getting drunk quite a lot. I know you're not a big fan of that. You said that Kenzie was drinking a bit too much. Let's go to Ruth. Hello, Ruth.
Hello.
How are you, Ruth?
Not too bad.
Go for it.
All it is that he keeps going out with his mates, drinking. Leaves me at home with the kids and the housework. Just want to know what your views are to get him to help more.
Yeah, well...
Ruth, I can give you, it's quite simple. You have got the ultimate weapon. Withdraw your favours. That's all you've got to do. Just deny him.
Yeah.
Tell him, unless you behave, unless you come back, unless you do the washing up, and that sort of thing. By the way, advice that the booby doesn't have, of course, and doesn't take, but your advice, do not open your legs unless you have to.
This is how do we feel about that, Ruth?
Well, he don't get that much anyway.
Lovely. OK, thank you, everyone, for making my show late night. OK, John, we've got a couple of emails here. On Saturday, it's my first anniversary. I want to give my wife a night to remember. Have you got any suggestions? Paul from Bolton.
Send her to me, Paul. What better night to remember than a night with me? Can you imagine anything better? It's technique when you make love, and who better technician than my good self?
OK, and dear John, there's a woman at work who I want to ask out, but I get flustered whenever she comes near me. What can I do to keep my composure and ask her out? Pete from Stevenage.
Listen here, Pete, stop looking at her cleavage. All you're doing, you're staring at her cleavage whenever you're with her. She gets disconcerted by this, so try and take your eyes off those two things. Treat her as a woman, as a lady. Pretend she's intelligent, and then you'll be able to get her and you get into her cleavage.
Thank you very much from the s03e militia. And lastly, we have Carly from Jarrow. Now, Carly, John, is overweight. Hello, Carly.
Hiya.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, you.
Brilliant. OK, go for it.
Well, the thing is, I'm a bit like John, but bigger than thin. And I was just wondering, yes, the other day on the show you said never employ a fat person.
Yes.
I was just wondering how you defend that, because I don't particularly care what I look like or how big I am. But I thought if I could change your opinion on it, then anybody else would be a doddle.
Now, listen, love, I love girls with meat on them. So lose weight, keep it there, the rest of it, lose it. But remember, when you're overweight, dear, you're lethargic, your reactions are that bit slower, you lack self-discipline.
No, you can't say that.
Keep large breasts, but get the rest of it off you.
You can't say that.
Trust me, we could be here all night if you just say you can't say that. There are a million things you say you can't say, but he does. Ladies and gentlemen, less a man, more force of nature, John McCurrick.
No. Boo him! Boo him! That's it, boo him! Great. Speak for the public, boo him. That's it.
OK, there are 6 housemates left in the Big Brother house. It's now in your hands who wins. These are numbers to call. OK, and you can also vote by using the red button, which is on the screen now. John, we're going to go through the housemates' odds of winning. We can't have you back again, obviously, without talking about betting. We've got a limited time, so there's a homage to Channel 4 Racing. I'm going to give you a minute, OK? We're going to go through the odds here.
Perfect.
You're going to let us know what they are. We've got a minute, and your time starts now.
Well, Bez had the easiest knockout of his life when he floored me. It'll be much harder. William Hill's odds, 6-1 against Bez. 6-1. He won't find a lay down just like I was. Jeremy, well, he's a big price, Jeremy. He comes in, and it's Caprice second. Caprice at 20-1. A score, 20-1 against Caprice, the woman who must not win Big Brother, whatever else you do. She must not win. Jeremy, big price, bland, pretty boy, 10-1 against Jeremy. I think he's of the bigger price dogs in the race. He's got in with a chance. Brigitte, the 5-2 second favourite, the Great Dane, 5-2, my little meringue who loves to eat herself. 5th of odds on, Kenzie, the young girls are flooding in for Kenzie. The mums love him. 13-8 on is a desperately short price, but 8-13 favourite. That's Kenzie. And finally, Lisa. I'd love Lisa to win, but she's a 40-1 chance. 40-1 against Lisa. And you remember, she's 5-2 on to be the first to go. So 40-1 Lisa, 5-2 on to be knocked out. But my goodness, I would like a night with Lisa when she's knocked out of Big Brother.
That was exactly 1 minute one. Congratulations, John. OK, John, we've also got some great odds right here, just like your take on them. Going to test you to see if you can guess the odds. Jeremy to be the next James Bond. Jeremy to be the next... Well, he'd love to do it, and he'd hand it up. He's a good actor. So I think I give him 100-8. 12-1. 100-8, 12.5 to 1. He's on at 66-1, everyone.
Is it? Well, there you are. That's why I'm a failed bookmaker, because nobody bet with me.
OK. You to appear in a Blazing Squad video.
In a Blazing Squad video. Well, I could say respect, and I could say wicked, and I could say, what are the other words? I don't know, whatever they are. I'm with the young generation. I represent youth on Channel 4.
Fairly short odds. What do you reckon?
Levels, you devils, even money. Kenzie likes me, even money.
I love that one. 10-1.
10-1.
That's pretty good, isn't it? These are real odds, John. And Bridget and Sylvester to remarry.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. How could she possibly remarry him with a mother-in-law from hell? Could you believe... The greatest story ever told on the whole of the Big Brother house. We were going, what stories you've had, what life you've led, clearly with his mother-in-law from hell. She said, you've heard the stories, I've lived the stories. And poor old Bridget would never go through that again. Okay. Dear meringue, she loves herself too much. She'll have eaten herself before she marries Sylvester Stallone again.
50-1 they're on. OK, ladies and gentlemen, for now, John McCurry, you can... Boo!
Yeah. And go the Booby! Get on the Booby! What a star! Isn't she a star? Applaud the Booby! A great woman! You're a wonderful woman, my Booby!
Call BBLB in part 2. The number to call is 09011 101 101. But first, let's remind ourselves of John's best moments in the house.
Treating us like children.
Bring
it on, bring it on.
My Diet Coke, I'm not talking to you anymore.
You're picking on them.
John, I think you have bigger boobies than me.
I'm not a pleasant person at the best of times.
you see. I don't care if I'm liked. I don't want to be liked by anybody.
I have never met a more pessimistic piece of shit. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. In just a moment, we're going to be chatting to Jonathan Wilson, mining class. But first, you're right to clap. But first, let's find out what's been happening in the house today. It's time for Little Brother's Big News. Hey, OK, today's main stories. First up, do you remember this girl? Not this girl, don't worry. Do you remember this girl from Sunday's BBLB? Take a look. 10 a.m. this morning, the housemates were woken up by the sweet sounds of Janica playing the violin after you voted the most annoying sound in our poll. Let's take a look.
It's all really shit.
Poor Janica, I hope she's asleep. OK, next up. At 1:53 p.m, Big Brother put Jeremy under pressure by setting him the secret task of dropping 6 Queen songs into conversation with the other housemates.
Talk about under pressure.
Are you under pressure?
Don't worry. Good game, Chess, though. Oh, there we go. Another one bites the dust. You're champion of caps.
Yeah. Ken's is champion of carpet ball.
Yeah.
You're champion of chess.
So far,
and
right.
Bezzy's champion of bowling.
Right, so we're the champions.
To find out if he succeeded, watch Big Brother tomorrow night. And finally, at 16:22 in the diary room, Bez threatened to kick off if Big Brother showed undue leniency.
I was just coming in here to make sure that you don't start giving ciggies away to people who's cigarette smokers, because I don't think it's right if you do. You've shown pure signs of weakness in here before, and I'd just like to be bitterly disappointed if you do, because I've had to make sacrifices, and I think everyone should, you know what I mean? I'd rather have I'd rather see the tension and the potential battles ahead. But like I said, if that happens, you know what I mean, I'll just kick right off, man, because that's bullshit.
Is my world still on its axis? Bez asking Big Brother not to put tobacco into the house. That was Little Brother's big news. The race is on to win with another eviction tomorrow night. Here to talk us through who they think is going to win are Mylene Class and Jonathan Wilkes. Hello, Mylene. How are you?
Hi,
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
OK, Mylene, firstly, your favourite lady in the house.
Bridget.
Your favourite person in the house is Bridget, isn't it?
Bridget.
What do you love about Bridget?
I think she's fabulous. I think she's nothing like what I expected her to be. Like, when she entered the house, she was a bit of
That
fruitcake.
night, you just expected her to be mental, didn't you? She's actually been quite sedate and quite calm.
And I think she's the calmest person in that house, and she's so real. She's such a good character.
Which is amazing, because I met her before, and when I did that Celebrity Stars in Your Eyes with her.
Yeah.
And then initially she wanted to be James Brown. Yeah. She wanted to be James Brown, and she was just absolutely bonkers.
It's great the way she kept her composure as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if anyone can put up with any anything, that's remarkable. But an ex-mother-in-law, I think she did remarkably well.
Quite cool having Bridget in the house as well, because I still can't get her out of my head.
I'm a massive Rocky fan.
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I'm a massive Rocky fan as well. So when she was in Rocky 4, so I'm...
She is your Mecca.
And we all remember Red Sonja as well. OK, Jonathan, you're a big fan of Bez and Kenzie. Who do you want to win?
I'd love Bez, bless him. He's looking a bit lost at the minute, and I feel really sorry for him. I really do, and I just wish he'd start getting over the fact now he's staying in and just get on with it and have a laugh and try and enjoy himself.
And Kenzie's a cutie.
Bless him.
Everyone loves Kenzie.
I know.
Yeah, he's
Everyone loves Kenzie, don't they?
Yeah.
But you know what I really like? Yeah, he's a 19-year-old boy, but he's really got manners. He's got his
Very well
pleases and
brought
thank
up.
yous down to a T, so I can see why the mummies like him.
OK, and what about people we don't like? Not so much we don't like, but who annoys us in the house?
Who annoys us in the house? You see, Jeremy's he's a nice lad. He's a nice lad, but something you just, you know, you don't trust about him.
He's got something of the night about him, do you think?
No, don't trust about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit... what do you think? Pull me out of this.
I think at the end of the day you have an idea of what he's going to be like, and I think he's just been very different. You don't know which maybe side of the character you're going to get.
Tends to know it all.
Yeah, well, I think he probably admits that as well. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
I know it sounds cocky, but I'm cleverer than her. I can run rings out of her. Grace, it's probably better if you come in with me and Bez takes yours.
That's how it should work.
Well,
yeah.
I am cocky, but I don't mean it. Do you know what I mean? I mean it because it's my humour. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. You're a hot ticket. Got no fucking chance making this. No. It's not me, and I'm sorry if I sound cocky. It's not me because I'm really good at following rules. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, cheeky. Come on.
I think the problem is with poor Jeremy, when you're that good-looking and you're confident, everyone thinks you're really confident.
He's a great-looking lad.
Yeah.
He is. Now, Mylene, you've got an interesting take on Lisa, is that right?
Yeah, I think Big Brother's got a really good friend in Lisa, because if there's any rules that aren't being adhered to, you know that she's going to make sure they're followed through. So, yeah, make sure you put that away.
You
and
said that.
You've got to do this in 45 seconds.
You said that, so we got to thinking, any evidence for this? We had hours of evidence for this. Yeah, we put together some of it. Let's take a look.
I'm allowed to be bossy as queen, but I hope they know that I'm joking. I'm going for this bed. I wanted 1 steamed pudding, 4 avocados, Jeremy. Look at me! Know what? Just get the fucking bucket and tip it on his head, all right? Guys, so easy on eggs, easy on bread. Yeah, we'll have that, please. But do you know what? Can I just say something? Do we have to spend fucking 20 minutes talking about food? I'm turning into a little bitch in this environment. It's my crown, my crown. I was a big bitch in the outside world.
Do you think what do you think? Do you think Lisa will be out next because of...
I think everybody needs to wear one of these when she's around.
Because they all say, you know, opinionated people get voted out of the house, and she's probably the most opinionated person left in the house.
I think it's nice to have an opinion, especially as a woman. I think it's really feisty, but I think people had an idea of what her character would be like, you know, a sassy DJ, and I think she's just shown a different side. I mean, even with the thinking cap, the Mother Earth stuff, I think it's just a completely different side that you maybe didn't expect.
Sure.
Yes.
She's a leader, you know.
I'm being told in my ear to segue into porn, which I am going to do, but first let me ask you what you both think of Caprice.
Caprice? She's a sweet girl, ain't she? There's not much going on, bless her, but she's a sweet girl. She looks great.
She's not.
No.
Not a sweet
John
girl.
doesn't agree, and I agree with everything you say, John.
so limited.
John! John!
How dare you! How dare you!
John, there's a fair chance you could tour with Blazing Squad. What's this? OK, now, Caprice has been leading the housemates in daily exercise. I don't know if you've heard her doing it, but you might think that she's up to something else, all right? We're going to play you 3 sound bites. 2 are from a blue movie that might be going out on Channel 5 at the moment. But the other one is Caprice working out. Now, we've put porn music, whatever that is, on all of them. You need to see if you can tell which one is Caprice. However, small print, we're not saying Caprice has ever appeared in a naughty movie, it's just a game. OK, so, soundbite number 1.
I think that's got to be porn.
Well, soundbite number 2.
Yeah, it's got the dodgy bass line in the back.
OK.
That's porn.
Soundbite number 3.
Do you think? No, I'm going back to number 1.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Hang
think
on.
Caprice is number 1.
We have to choose which one is Caprice.
Yeah.
I think it's number 3.
You think number 3? You
Number
think...
1.
OK, let's take a look at pornography.
Are we?
Number 1.
Wicked. That is Caprice, Tim. I was right. Funny. Were you in that, John?
My mum is watching this show. I'm mortified. OK, but we just sort of spotted something there. Can we just see that again? It's not Caprice, but I think there might be just... that's Alan Shearer.
Oh, yeah.
No! Absolutely astonishing. OK, let's take a look at the next one. Once again, porn, I repeat, porn. But if you take another quick look there... Now, no disrespect, but I'm sure that's ex-Blue Peter presenter Katie Hill. And, what? I'm just saying it looks like her. I'm not saying it...
How long have you been studying these for?
Well, we did...
Are you sure your mother knew?
We did some extensive research. Which means, Mylene, let's take a look at clip number 3.
That's a porn show, isn't it?
See, you went with wishful thinking here
Absolutely.
and here.
Well done, Mylene. Mylene and Jonathan, everyone. OK, only got 45 seconds left of the show, but let's go straight to the phones right now for some calls. Let's quite simply ask John. Paula in Merthyr Tydfil. Hello, Paula.
Hiya.
Go for it, Paula.
Hiya, John. I was wondering, you went to the house for money, so how will you spend it?
On my booby, of course.
Wonderful. Great stuff.
If you believe that.
Thank you very much, Paula. One last call from Bob in Stirling. Hello, Bob.
Hi, Dermot.
Go for it.
Hi, John. If you thought so little of all the other housemates, who would you choose to go into the Big Brother house?
Lisa. Lisa, I definitely would have Lisa. I definitely have her.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, John. That's all we've got time for today. Join Davina tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a surprise live eviction. We're back at 11 with the evicted housemate and Christian Guru-Murphy from Channel 4 News. Have a great night. Thank you very much, John. Thanks for all again.